Have you been searching and searching and searching for the perfect remote work from home job and you just can't seem to land an interview? If so, this is the video for you. Hey guys, welcome back to Work From Home Wonderland. My name is Amy. I am an HR director with over 10 years of experience. I am a certified HR leader, and I have extended thousands of job offers throughout my time in my career. And in my free time, I love to help people find the perfect remote work from home job. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips for finding a remote work from home job. Now, this is going to be perfect if you are someone who's been applying and you just can't figure out what you're doing wrong. I've got you. I completely understand, and this is very common for a majority of job seekers who are looking for remote jobs. So let's dig in. Let me share with you some of the knowledge that I have, the insider information, so that you can land your perfect remote position. Now, before we hop in, I have two questions for you. The first, let me know down below, what type of work from home job are you looking for? Here on this channel, I share remote work from home jobs. I help high performers land those jobs, and you never know, I may highlight the position that you suggested in one of my next videos. So please let me know down below what type of position you're looking for. Number two, I want to let you know that if you have been applying and you have not been hearing anything, or even worse, all you've been getting are those rejection letters, chances are your resume is not optimized, particularly for remote jobs. Let me help you, all right? For a limited time, I'm offering 50% off of my remote resume audit. It is a video-based audit where after you place your order, again, it's currently 50% off, you will get a video from me with your resume on this side, my face on this side, and I'm gonna go line by line and give you tips and tricks. I'm gonna give you keyword insight, and I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna share the knowledge that I've attained over my 10 years to help you get those interviews and land your dream job. So go check that out. It is down below in the description box. All right, let's talk about some tips for finding remote work from home jobs. So the first thing I want to talk about is job sites and job platforms and how you actually find the positions. Now, I've gone into depth about this, but there are a pretty wide variety of different job search engines that allow you to filter down and show remote only jobs. A couple that you can reference are websites like LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, etc. Now, if you are international, because I do have a lot of international followers, just Google your country and job boards and go to popular job boards and look for those filters. The great thing is that those are standard fields that employers have to fill out, so you'll be able to find them a lot easier on those sites. Now, here's a tip. Look for sites where employers have to pay to post their jobs. That means that the likelihood that you're gonna run into schemes and scams and things like that is much lower than if you were looking on other sites like Indeed, for example, where employers can post jobs without having to pay a dime. So look for those job boards where employers do have to pay. My second tip would be to explore companies that frequently have work from home jobs available. Now, I have some videos, well, quite a few, I don't want to say some, quite a few videos outlining employers that commonly have work from home jobs and really encourage a remote workforce. So check out those videos. They're going to be listed down below, and really just bookmark those employers and turn on notifications for their career network so that you can become familiar with when they have those positions come available. What it comes down to is the fact that you do have to put in work to find this job. It's not going to land in your little lap. You are going to have to work. You're going to have to do research. You're going to have to set up notifications. You're going to have to invest in yourself. You're going to have to put time into it. It is going to be at least a part-time job looking for that new job if you want to do it right and if you want to stand out. Because let me tell you, back in 2020, remote jobs were much more common than they are right now. We are in the era where everyone is going back to work. That means the competition to get those remote jobs is going to be so much higher than it was a few years ago. So you have to be intentional and strategic, and you have to put in quality time and effort to find those jobs. So don't expect to just have it land in your lap. All right, another suggestion. Now, once you've had a chance to find a remote job and you want to go through the application process, this is probably the number one tip that I have. Are you ready? I want you to listen closely. Are you listening? This is important. 90% of the time, the first step to applying for the job is filling out the application. And then once you get to the end of the application, you can upload your resume. So many people skip the steps of an application and just fill out the minimum required fields. They fill them out half-ass, sorry to curse, and they just upload their resume and they think, I'm done, right? And I see this across all fields, whether it is remote jobs, on-site jobs, hybrid jobs. Now, coming from an insider perspective within the HR and talent acquisition and recruitment field, that is not enough, especially when it comes to remote jobs. Why, you ask? Because recruiters are getting inundated with these applications. And one thing that you may not know is that when a recruiter goes to look at your information, they don't just click your name and it opens up your resume. No, that's not how applicant tracking systems work. It's going to open up your application. It's going to summarize all of the details you put on that application. And then after they've scrolled, it may give them an option to open up your resume or your cover letter or your references. The point being is that that application is going to be the number one indicator to that recruiter as to if they're going to take the time to go all the way, open that resume, and click to learn more. So if your application is not thoroughly filled out, it's going to make an impression that one, you're not really interested, two, you don't pay attention to detail, and three, you don't care about the quality of your work. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, I'm just giving it to you guys straight. And as a recruiter, you're gonna look for those people who take the time to properly fill out the application and consider those first. If you have someone who just puts their name, their phone number, and for work history, they just put C resume, recruiter's gonna be like, next, let's look for someone who actually filled it out, okay? I'm sorry, that's just how it works. So take the time. I know it's redundant, I know it's annoying, but please thoroughly take the information from your work history on your resume and put it into the application. I know it sucks, I know it does, but trust me, it will tenfold the likelihood that the recruiter is going to, one, look at your resume, and two, proceed with you in the interview process. So take the time and fill out your application. Please, please, please. All right, now that I've gotten off of that little soapbox there, I want to talk about another trick and another tip. And that is going to be networking with recruiters on LinkedIn. So after you've submitted that job application, keep in mind, most likely they're getting hundreds of applications for a remote position, especially right now. So you want to do everything in your power to stand out. So you are going to go into LinkedIn and you are going to search for the name of the company and then just recruiter. Let's do an example right now. I'm gonna go into LinkedIn and let's say that I just applied for a position at Nike, for example. So I'm gonna search for recruiter at Nike. And I'm gonna look and see what people show up. You can see here, retail recruiter, talent acquisition leader, talent acquisition recruiter. All these people either currently, you can see Jeffrey's currently a recruiter. He's currently the talent acquisition manager at Nike, currently a senior recruiter. So what you do is connect with that person, click that connect button, and then you're gonna wanna follow up with them. Send them a short message, and all it has to say is, "Hi Krista, I just applied for ABC position and I'm really excited to share more about my experience and skill set. I don't know if you or your team works with this group of requisitions, but I'm hoping you can point me in the right direction to the recruiter so I can send them a personal note outlining my genuine interest in joining your team." Network. Do that for every position that you apply for. Chances are, especially with a company as big as Nike, Krista's not going to be the person looking at your application. But in this labor market, I can almost guarantee you she's going to respond to you and she's going to say, "Oh, sure, here's the email address for the recruiter for those positions." Okay, so take that tip. And since we're talking about LinkedIn, I want to take a moment to give you my next tip, and that is building a strong online personal brand and presence. Now, you're going to want to make sure that on LinkedIn that your professional profile is detailed, showcasing your experience and your skills. You're going to want to use keywords that you find in those job descriptions and put them throughout your bio and your summary. You're going to want to join relevant groups and communities within your industry to network with other professionals and to stay updated on remote job opportunities. Going back to that example with Nike, if you have connected with a whole bunch of recruiters at Nike, most likely they're going to be sharing their open jobs with their network. So you may see a position that somebody shares, that a recruiter with Nike shares, and maybe it's not something that you're interested in, but you can always comment underneath it and say something like, "That opportunity sounds amazing. I recently applied for this type of position and I would be honored to be part of the team. I'm looking forward to hearing back from you guys." It shows initiative and it just gets your name top of mind, drives them to your profile so that they can identify whether or not you're the right person for the role. All right, those are just a few of my suggestions. I hope this was helpful. Again, let me know down below what type of position you are looking for, and who knows, I may highlight it on my next video. You are going to want to do two things. Subscribe, turn on notifications, because all of the positions that I share on my channel are available real time, meaning if you catch this video a month from now, chances are the positions that I share on my channel are not going to be available any longer. So turn on those notifications. And again, if you are interested in a remote work from home job, you can check out the Work From Home Job Squad. That is my free curated list. I update it daily, sharing work from home jobs. Or if you need help with your resume and you're sick of wondering why you keep applying and no one is getting back to you, go check out my remote resume audit. Again, it's 50% off, and you can get a specialized, customized recommendation and audit from me. And that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and